Welcome back to Endzone 2, where our empire is definitely growing. We just got another vehicle that leads to 4 vehicles now. This was with this ruin over here. You needed basically a plank to get this new mule. It's called mule. Can change the name, by the way. But yeah, this new mule to move to get it back on the road basically. So yeah, we have 4 vehicles, and the other thing too is we have a first drought that is going to start into this Expo City, our third and biggest. Well, I don't know if, no, it's not the biggest. We have 118 here, we have almost 200 there. So yeah, it's not the biggest, but it is pretty big. So it's our first drought there, so it's going to be definitely a test for us. In particular, I've been trying to increase our water reserves, but the food hasn't been increased that much. I have also done a couple of other things in the meantime. For example, I have built over here a wishing tree, and I think what we're missing is a statue. So let's build that. If we look over here, yeah, we didn't build a statue. I did research it, and now basically we're ready to build it. I did build it on the other side over here. So over here we have the statue. You can see it's pretty cool. And yeah, these guys over there, they're very close to 100% of confidence. That's super cool. I don't know if we built over here the wishing tree. So yeah, we did. So yes, wishing tree statue built over here. I've also done more upgrades. So we have now multiple of these upgrade JT. There's one here, one there, for example. Same on this side. We have 2 upgraded JT, and that are getting electricity too, by the way. So we're going to continue to do some of these upgrades as much as possible, because that enables us to produce more with the same number of people, and then we can use our people somewhere else, right? I do want also to make sure that in this episode we start playing with the final level of houses, but it requires a resource we don't have, or it requires a lot of resource we are not producing, but only one resource we don't actually have. So I may have been a bit hasty. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in this episode, to be honest. We also do have, many research that have been done over here. As I said, I just made the statue, and now we're making the upgraded town center. There is a couple remaining also in the agricultural or ecology, layer. I'm thinking trying to get them soon would be good too, especially this first one there. And then we need to continue moving on that side for the industry, where we definitely do have many remaining. Let's see if we can survive this drought. Oh my god, 18 minutes. That's gonna be so long. I think we're gonna need to stop a couple of things. First, there is a bathhouse there. Can I just delete it? No, I can stop it. Yeah. So we're gonna stop that one. Then, do we have any production? Yes, that one. Let's stop that for sure. Anything else that's using water? I don't think so. Except obviously our people, which is not negligible because it is 200. So with 10 minutes, 200 is going to be 4,000. So we should be able to survive on this one, and same on this one. But honestly, yeah, 18 minutes, I wasn't ready for that one. If we get the same over here, we're going to be in trouble. I'm feeling like we need to start upgrading some more reserves of all of those things. Let's get cracking. More of everything. More food too. This is a food depot, so yeah, let's upgrade it. This one is already upgraded and also already upgraded. Yeah, this is not an upgraded one, so let's get it. You can actually see, right, we still have 3 not upgraded. We have 2 water also not upgraded. Just need to find them somewhere. Here is the next one. Okay, so yeah, hopefully that's going to help us in the future. And yeah, let's continue getting some resources from expeditions and things like this. And I'll see you in a minute. And it is, we have survived, so that's great. Let's just make sure we restart that one. And actually, sorry, I'm putting 3, but no, 1 was enough, I think. We also wanted to restart over here the bathhouse, perfect, to make my people, I think, 100% happy, to be honest. I also see we're very low on bricks. I've been trying to make more of these electricity pole to cover my whole city. I'll show you that in a second. And I guess we can do a big party.
Fantastic. We'll start with the preparations right away.
We just had a drought, so I don't think we're gonna get a drought right away again. I am delivering here a bit of bricks, perfect. So yeah, let me show you quickly these. We have now 37 electricity pole because I did 2 things. One is I connected to this other wind turbine, and then on top of this I have started to connect over here, making sure all of them are connected there. Some of them were not before. And we have also then a new line that goes over here, goes over there, and then connects to the whole city, or pretty much the whole city. So that is great. That means we have electricity everywhere. What we don't have yet is electricity on the wasteland, right? So we need to make that happen. To be honest, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not sure how that works. Let me share. I think it's just like this, basically. You do this, and then we're probably gonna need to connect, you know, this to that grid. So let's do that. We're gonna try to follow the mountain over here. Let me see this one. Yeah, and here. I think that will connect it all, and so we should have electricity then on the world map, on the wasteland, as it's called. Oh, no, wrong one. I was hoping to give everything. Okay, I kept that one. Keep that one. So it is. We have built the connector. We've also connected it to the rest of our city over here. And so now what I'm doing is I have just also built on this side another connector, right? So that we can actually get electricity on the second city. I will need to build also a relay over here, and of course connect all of this with electricity pole. Both of those things, they cost a lot of these cables and also transformers. So I just actually sent a lot of these. Sorry, wrong one. And I think we will be missing also some iron. So I'm gonna go back and get this. And while this is happening, you know, of course, I'm also doing more and more of the expeditions for this part of the island. You can see we've done all of these, and I'm starting to do these ones there. Centralizing all of the resources I'm finding over here. So we have a lot of some of these. But what I wanted to show you now is we have done the research to upgrade the town center. So let's do this. It is costing a lot of quite advanced resource, like 15 iron tools and 15 glass, which we haven't started to make, but we found enough. So I'm just gonna do it. And with this, we're gonna have a town center that will be expanded. We may also want to just push one of these house or hut to the house level. It again costs us a lot of advanced things, many of which I'm not making yet, but I found some. So let's just do it so that I can show you, you know, the difference. So it is the expanded one. It looks prettier too, by the way. It increases my reserves. You can see all of my reserves now have increased by quite a bit. And yeah, the house is in progress. Let's give it a second so I can show it to you. I'm continuing also to do more and more upgrades. You can see we have 3 of these JT that are upgraded. Let's do the final one. This is going to be enough for like so many people, for sure. I think food is going to be more of a problem. My house hasn't been upgraded yet. Wait, which one did I do? This one. I see it. Looks a bit different, right? Looks bigger. I would have loved for it to be a bit higher. But anyway, it takes more people, right? 18 instead of the 12 over here. So that's pretty significant. It also gives us access to one more of these bonuses over here, which is the electricity one. As long as you have electricity, your confidence, you know, is boosted by 10. So I'm hoping we get to 100. Why are we only at 80? That feels a bit low. Maybe we did an event or something, because they're getting everything, right? So that's nice. You can see this one is at 100. So which one is not at 100? 80, okay. These guys, they basically want, you know, the upgrade and then electricity, then that gets them to 100. 100.
We work a lot and have earned ourselves
I don't think we need to. Okay, and yeah, as I said, we need to bring also a bit of iron. So yeah, 50. Don't have a lot of iron because we just convert all of the iron into iron tools, but that should be enough. We can build this first pole there. Oh, not good.
We ought to prepare ourselves.
Where is it? Okay, so it is here.
Better off stockpiling sufficient water.
So it is this city here and that one there. Water supply. No, I don't need to do
been a
this.
sensible investment in our future.
But we may want to upgrade the reserves over here, but I haven't touched the population, so unless the drought is a lot longer than usual, we should not have a problem. And similarly over here, we have now tons of reserves of water, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out on this, delivering that one, so that we can build finally the relay. And now I just need to connect all of these, right, with electricity pole, basically go from here all the way there. And in the meantime, also connect all of these. So I'll do that and I'll see you in a minute. Well, ladies and gents, this was actually almost a 20-minute drought, but we did manage to survive. We're okay. We got this. I did get another drought just after on the other side, but we also survived it. What we didn't do though is being able to connect our electricity. I did build most of it. If you look over here, you will see I built over here the relay station all the way there, and we built 10 of these poles. So there, and it goes all the way over here. So it is fairly well connected. I see this one. No, it is connected. So it is connected, but it's not working because I haven't connected, this here all the way over there. We're gonna need to create, electric pole, but to do this, we need a pioneer truck, or what is it called? Yeah, pioneer. This is a construction vehicle that then can erect certain buildings in the wasteland. So this is again really what we need. To be able to do this, though, we're also going to need a vehicle workshop. So I started with the vehicle workshop, then we can start with that one, and then hopefully we can do it. Okay, in the meantime, I also have the first toxic rain in Expo City, in my new city. So I had to turn on the activated carbon mask, which means I think we're getting into negative now for these ones. So we're going to need to build one of these. Gonna take a second for them to build one. Hopefully one will be enough. And in the meantime, I think we can check our vehicle. That is over here, my vehicle workshop. Now, I'm not 100% sure where is going to be the best place. Let's try over here. Hopefully here, should be fine there. It's pretty expensive, right? Talking about 10 of these iron tools, and then the rest is pretty basic actually.
New instructions?
As always, I'm bringing back things for my expeditions, and with this, by the way, we have finished all of the expedition of Sector 2. So it's gonna be time soon to build this bridge there, and also start looking at Sector 3. Right? We have with that 2 mines. We have the scrapyard mine and we have the sand mine. So that is great. I do remember I wanted to build something over here. Was it the upgrade of... I think it was the upgrade. Yes, so I needed 15 tools to do this. So let's just send a couple of tools. We have now... Oh, we don't have that many actually, sorry, my bad. But let's send 10. That's what's needed.
On the
Or
road.
did I? Oh, that's because I already sent. My bad. So yeah, we already sent the tool. So let's build over here the upgrade of the town center for second city 2. On this side, I'm hoping it's gonna stop at 20. I really don't want to have to put the other one, but it's increasing really quickly. So let's go over here. My core is going down, but at least now this is going up. It says plus 0.8, yeah. So coal, let's see, this one is upgraded and fully working. If I put one more, yes, we're back into positive, so perfect. Oh, no, I see we have a problem on scrap and water. This is because my scrap is empty. Look at this, we have used all of the scrap over here. There's no more scrap there. There's still this one here, and I also see this is a huge one. So there's still quite a lot of scrap before we have a problem. Okay, so that's done. Let's see, this is almost finished. Okay, so 90, but the next time we're definitely gonna have to also unlock the next one, and we still haven't started to make lead vest, so we're gonna want to also do that soon. But yeah, is my thing built now? So, yeah, yes it is. So we're gonna put a couple of workers, and what we want is a pioneer first. So let's build that first, and in the future we can build some of the other ones when we have the reserves. In terms of research, I think it should be time for us to do some sand and the glass that is linked to it. Then here we have the biomass plant for electricity and solar power plant for electricity too. We have then the iodine mine. Okay, I think that is needed for some of the more advanced production. But yeah, I think we should do that next. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to go to the third area, or maybe the fourth, to find this. So let's go. And it is, ladies and gents, I have my first pioneer vehicle that we built with the vehicle workshop. And as you can see, it's a bit different from the others because we have at the top the power line over here. And this will cost scrap, some iron and some cables. So let's actually take those resources over here quickly. So we said we need a bit of cables. We're gonna need also some iron, which we don't have a lot. And then we have tons of scrap, that's the problem. Okay, so with this we are able to build them. Now I think you need obviously the first one to be in range of your starting city. So there, sounds good.
Engine running.
And then what you do is you just go there.
I'm at the wheel.
And done, it's been built. Then we're gonna build a second one. That again, I'm guessing needs to be in the range. we're also going to put it... Wait, what's happening?
I'm at the
The
wheel.
truck needs to move, sorry, my bad. So it is. We're gonna need it in the range, so somewhere over here feels fine.
What's the plan?
Alright. We may have to come back for some resources, but yeah, it is.
What's the
It's
plan?
connected. And then, you know, I know in the future we're gonna put
All
an
clear.
entrance for another city on this side, right? I think this is definitely the good place. Now I'm realizing that this is going to cost me a lot. And I'm gonna do that
Engine
offline
running.
because that's gonna be boring for you. Just a bit of time has passed, you know, we've connected a queue, we've arrived to the
New
water.
instructions?
Now you can do two things, you can go along the water there and the bridge and whatnot, or you can be a bit sneaky and make sure you're, you know, very close here to the side, and then build another one just on the other side.
What's the
You
plan?
just need to move the truck on the other side. And this way now we're gonna be pretty close. Either you also can, you know, create this, where is it? This thing here, the connector, I guess you could put it here and it would be closer, but given that I have already put all of my poles, I'm just gonna put one or two more and get all the way there. In the meantime, I've also, you know, discovered the whole side here. The 3 islands, they actually have slightly different, you know, space and fertilities. While those two were pretty similar, I think this one is definitely way better in terms of, you know, overall size. So we probably take this one. I think to take this one, we will also repair this bridge in a second. And then last but not least, what I wanted to mention is here we are now already at 39% of radioactivity, so it is definitely time to try to get, you know, to the lead vest, which I haven't even started at all again, so that's going to be a challenge. But to help us towards there, I did unlock, you know, the sand mine. So let's create a sand mine. It needs to be on the water part of it, and it needs to have access to electricity. But I'm thinking again to put it on this side because we have a bit of space. Yeah, that sounds good. We will need, of course, a road. So let me see. The road can go all the way like this. Then there. We're gonna need a depot too. So let's just put one. I can go with an advanced one, that's fine. Okay. And so yes, for the second level, right, for the gloves, to make sure that my glove is still positive, I did start one more upgrade tailor shop over here. And by the way, we can also look over here at what's needed. We're gonna need that iodine for that one, and we're gonna need a completely new resource, which I'm not sure if we unlock or not. I think we did, thanks to an expedition. That's a lead foundry, which will require lead, ore, and coal. So definitely another thing. Now, one interesting element, by the way, is I have a coal mine, right? It says we have a coal mine there. Can I put it anywhere? Because it says resource deposit coal needed, but I've never seen any resource deposit coal anywhere. None of those islands have a resource deposit coal. So what does that mean? There is an iron mine there, okay. There is a lead mine, okay. And what is that? Decay mine, okay. We don't really know what this is. Here we have a copper mine. And on this one there, we have an old hospital. But again, like, I don't see any coal anywhere. So do tell me if somehow I'm missing the coal somewhere, because I would love to have coal mines so that we don't need to use, you know, the wood for everything. And I
Here
just
we
don't
go.
see any
The
coal
first
anywhere.
drops have already
And yeah, my truck has arrived on the other side. So as I said, you know, we're gonna make this one directly on the other side. There,
New
perfect.
instructions?
And we're just gonna need, I think 2 more, and we'll be in range, and then we'll have electricity.
I'm
Okay,
at the wheel.
built, built. Let's go. Yeah,
What's the plan?
one last one. Construction in progress.
I'm at the
Done.
wheel.
And I think here will be enough. But maybe I'll put it on this side if I can. Because then later we
What's
may
the
want to
plan?
also go to the north. Okay, so let's see, as soon as this is built, it should connect, and this should get into the green. 1, 2, no, it didn't. What happened? Oh, I think you do need to configure the grid first, sorry, my bad. So it is, this shouldn't be receiving, this should be giving. This one should be receiving, okay? Here will be in positive on both, so it should be fine. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're good. Now we probably would want to build a battery also on this side. to make sure, you know, if we have a problem that it doesn't stop right away. But these cost resources we don't have, so I'm just gonna bring them. But it is, ladies and gents, we now have electricity over here. Why does it say not enough electricity? It is positive. Achieve an increasing inventory stock. Maybe it will, when it gets to 100%, we will finish this mission. But the turnover is positive, so all good there. Could, by the way, of course, put also some wind turbine over here. I just don't want to. Because I don't need to right now. Maybe in the future at some point we'll need, but for now this is not needed in my opinion. So yeah, here it is. We have electricity in our second city, which should boost a lot of our production. 400, 200. Here it is. Let's check a couple of them. See, boost plus 20%, plus 20% for all of these. Right, so that is great. I think some of them are not yet boosted. No, this is boosted too, so that's great. This is too. I mean, we can check here. So we're boosting all of them over here. We're not boosting on this side. So where is my thing? There. One. And then need to be in range. Here's good. Also in the north there, we're not boosting yet. So where is it? One here. Then... oh, I'm out of cables. Okay. It's gonna take a second, but that's okay. I'm just putting them so that they get built later on. Here we have some pumps also that could be boosted, which could be useful if we have the next drought. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Up and up. Okay. It is in we have a sand mine. It's taking only one person, but it does take electricity, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it's great. We have now a production of sand, and we transform this sand into glass. We have 2 people over there. It's also using a bit of coal, so keep that in mind. But yeah, with all of the bonuses, this is really cool. We're doing great there. It is only making less than 1 of glass per minute, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. And so yeah, if we look at this, you know, obviously there is still quite a bit of space, and in particular, we do have you know, space for more houses and many houses that still need to be upgraded, you know, to the next level. I also see a mission. Oh, what is that? The toxic rain has made the soil radioactive, and by the way, we've reached 300 settlers in total. So yeah, let's definitely do this. You know, spending a bit of plastic and tools to reduce my toxicity is a great thing. So that's going to reduce a bit. This one is also at pretty similar level, and this one too. So they're all 3 at pretty similar level, which means soon we're gonna need, you know, the next level of protection, which will require lead or iodine. Now the good thing is we have iodine and lead on this island here, and it's a pretty big one. So I'm thinking we're gonna get this entrance there, and yeah, we're gonna have to put electricity here, then electricity there, and connect that electricity. We'll have trucks that can potentially take this bridge, so we probably need to repair this bridge too. We have access, of course, to a bunch of new expeditions, right, all the way over here. So we're gonna want to do these ones, 17, I mean, to be precise. And we still don't need to use the scrapyard or the sand mine, to be honest, right now. But in the future, that may come. At some point, we may also want to conquer this island, but before we do this, I think we need to, you know, put more people over here. There's still a lot of space, so I'm good there. And yes, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below. Here is the lead mine. This was one of the last research we needed to be ready for this, because we've already unlocked steelworks, we've already unlocked lead foundry. So those 2 we're definitely gonna want to do just now. We don't have enough of iron for this. There's a couple more, but you know what? I'm not gonna do them, because from time to time you do get access to some of those research through your expedition. So if I've already unlocked all of them, it won't be fun, right? So yeah, I hope you're still enjoying. Smash like button, and hope to see you next time.